Wait, is this one take? Or
Yeah,
are you
one take.
editing?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Jae Lee Show. I'm here in the LES, Lower East Side of Manhattan. This time I'm checking out a contemporary Korean restaurant, 8282. They've been open for a few years and it's owned and operated by a couple, Korean-American couple, and they are doing very well. I believe they got a Michelin Bib Gourmand, which is amazing. Last time I came in to eat, they were packed. Today I'm meeting up with a friend, industry colleague, Jee Kim. She is operator of the business and her husband is the chef behind the business. I'm really curious to know how operating a business is as a couple. It sounds like stress, but it could also be a great thing because you can really rely on one another. I want to get to know her thoughts on how to separate work and life, what it's like to operate a Korean restaurant in a city that's saturated with Korean restaurants. So let's go and check it out, all right?
This is our 닭갈비 kimchi-bap. It's like one of our most traditional dishes at 8282. Pretty much reminiscent of like a traditional Chuncheon 닭갈bi, but without, like the fancy grill or whatever. But we like to keep it on, this type of pot to keep it very warm. It's a bed of kimchi rice with mozzarella cheese, gochujang marinated chicken, braised kimchi, also perilla leaves, seaweed crumbs, and scallions. And we suggest to mix it.
Oh, I see it. Okay, that looks incredible.
Wait, is this one take? Or
Yeah,
are you
one take.
editing?
So you mix this table side?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Stuff like that, I think, helps with the experience overall and also the Michelin Bib Gourmand, right? Like things like that. No, I think that's important,
I
right?
don't know if that's... It definitely gives, like the rapport with customers, and most of the time they do ask us to mix it.
Yeah,
We ask them because, sometimes they want to do it themselves, but
yeah. That looks good.
yeah.
Wow, you could see the cheese pull now. Are you sick of this dish? You must see it every single day and
No, I mean, honestly, this is what I eat if I haven't had Korean food in a while.
yeah,
But I'm not craving any like pasta or anything, right?
Yeah.
Like I just want rice. Most of the time, I just want rice. So, yeah, this is my go-to.
And I heard the kimchi is made by Chef Joe's mom.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah. He's
that's special.
cheers.
All right. I've had this last time too and I really enjoyed it. There we go, guys. So good. I'm not just saying it, so good.
맛있어?
Buy some.
What's your favorite part?
It's so flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much going on and everything works well together. It's a flavor profile I'm very familiar with,
Mm-hmm.
but even then, it still tastes like a new experience for me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And the fact that like the kimchi is made by Chef Joe's mom makes the dish even more special.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find. I don't think there's one restaurant where a mom is making the kimchi for a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like that?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
It's rare. I mean, that happened because during COVID, Joe's mom, my mother-in-law, she lost her job. She's been cooking in like delis and restaurants like her entire life. So I mean, and she's over 70. She looks in her 60s, but she's
Yeah.
she's over 70. So it was like the right moment that she got fired, but also like Joe and his brother made sure that she didn't have to work.
Yeah.
But then she got really kind of like house crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she's been working her entire life.
Yeah.
So Joe was like, all right, like, I don't need to do this. Because we could easily source kimchi or,
Yeah.
it's hard to make it in-house all the time. But he was like, okay, my mom really likes doing this. So I'm gonna like give her a job, basically.
Yeah.
So she's bought like 3 kimchi 냉장고, like,
Wow.
and like she lives in Queens, so like he's been transporting it over. I don't know if he could run that with the health. What the heck? Like, maybe delete that. But yeah, I mean, but it's really sweet because for her, like the evolution of her kimchi has like improved.
Yeah.
Like when I first tasted
Yeah,
it versus
yeah.
like now. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like, this is like really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
When I first met you and Joe, it was pre-COVID. When I was doing my pop-up at Black Emperor Bar,
yes.
you two were running, you owned and ran the sushi spot right next door. And then after that, you opened 8282.
Yeah.
That's the timeline, right?
Yeah.
What made you leave that location and then, because that was Japanese, right?
Yeah.
And I know that Joe has sushi background, and obviously both of you are Korean. And then you came to Lower East Side, well, not far from East Village, but you decided to go, you know what, let's go Korean. Like, how did this all come about?
I mean, COVID definitely was the main reason of like closing and opening. But right before the pandemic, I would say like 2018, 2019, like we would say, you know, it's like really easy to sell sushi. It's like rice, vinegar, salt, and like a piece of fish.
Yeah.
I mean, sushi chefs might kill me when I say this, but like if you think about it, like it's not a lot of ingredients, right? It's like you stick to high quality ingredients and like the flavor profile, but that's what makes it special.
Yeah.
Because from a very simple, low number quantity, like you make something that's like so desirable, right? And then obviously we're not the only ones thinking about this. So like everyone was opening sushi restaurants because again, it's easy to price it like 6-piece onigiri, like $42. There's no questions asked. That's why we did sushi. That's why him, Joe, then boyfriend, now husband, and his like friends thought that it was always a good idea to do this and, you know, for business purposes. And then when COVID happened, that location, our landlord wasn't great, failed to negotiate on, you know, what was to come in the future. And like we got the tail end of the commercial rent pricing because it was right before the pandemic. There's this whole story about how I came from Korea during that time and like COVID, you know, like first happened in Asia. So I was like, oh my God, like I want to get the fuck out of here. And then I came to New York, all masked up and I had like all these sanitizers. And then like the airport was completely open. Like no one cared that COVID was happening. Like it was like just like a free pass to come in. So I was like, oh my God, like everyone's gonna get sick. Like so I came to the sushi restaurant and I was like looking around and it was packed. I was like, yo, we have to like assemble. Like we have to organize. So I told the team, okay, this is what's happening in Asia. Like they're gonna have a shutdown. And all these delivery platforms are blowing up. So we're going to have to change our omakase menu to deliverable items. But then this is when like Uber Eats and Grubhub and Seamless, like this was like the seamless times, right? So like it wasn't as advanced as right now. So, okay, like we have to get on the platform as soon as we can. So we're on the first page of like the East Village location. Because if you're not on the first page, you're like screwed. You have to like do the marketing or whatever. So we started doing that really early on, like when everybody was kind of in this like.
Wait, so you already had a plan. You already knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You were steps ahead. You were saying, all right, we have to get this down now so that we're ready when it happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy because for me, I had no idea what was happening. I had no idea what was happening. I thought we were just going to be closed for, I told my team, or you're furloughed for 2 weeks. I'm calling you back. I was crazy, like, to even think that it was going to be 2 weeks.
Yeah, when the shutdown happened, like, we didn't have staff, so it was just, like, me and Joe for, like, 2 weeks. So I would just roll, like...
You were rolling?
Yeah, like, I know how to roll. So, and, you know, like, we were doing pretty decent sales, right?
Yeah.
And then even our monthly revenue was enough to pay the rent. So, like, we worked our asses off. But then, like, the rent was so expensive that, like... we would have just paid rent, paid staff, and like net zero, if not negative. And I was like, this is not feasible.
Yeah.
So that's when I kind of like evaluated the restaurant business, although like I'm not from hospitality. And I was just like, in order for this to work, we have to find a location that is reasonable rent And since it's COVID, right, it's like everybody's, like going away, like evacuating. So we're just like, all right, this is now the time to find a better location, half the rent. So that's how, there was a period of time of closing and obviously some time has passed. And then when I came across this restaurant, it's like the first meatball shop location. And I used to love that place in college. It was like such a movement. And like, it's very sunny here during the day because like, the windows and everything. And then Joe and I were like, all right, this is going to be our next home. So
you knew as soon as you saw it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I think, well, for me, it was like the sunlight. Like it has to be like a very well lit place, even though we operate for dinner.
Is that like a feng shui kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it's like a Korean thing.
Yeah.
And then like, cause our old restaurant, it was like kind of tugged in.
Yeah.
So like it would go under, like tugged in and under.
Yeah.
So it was really dark.
Yeah.
At times. And then like our ceilings weren't as high. So like I felt like really crowded.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Dungeness vibe.
Dungeness crab?
like a dungeony vibe. And then I was like, yeah, I don't really like that. Like it's not good energy for me.
Yeah.
So like high ceilings, good sunlight. It's just kind of like.
And were you able to negotiate the rent very favorable?
Yeah. After dealing with a bad landlord.
Yeah.
And whatever in that shape or form, right? Like bad landlord doesn't necessarily mean like money grabbing, but I wanted to work with a landlord that understood that the livelihood of a building, of a street, of a neighborhood really relies on the tenants, right? And then like I wanted to find someone who was looking for that.
Yeah.
And obviously my landlord, like Meatball Shop had a great 10-year run.
Who was the landlord there? Was it Steve?
I don't want to name names.
Okay, because there's a notorious landlord in East Village.
He was Korean.
Oh, he's Korean? Okay, that's not the guy.
Fucking
not
Koreans
good.
against
not
Koreans.
Good, not good.
So like, it sucked. Like, I think, everyone says like COVID brought the best of times and also the worst of times. In people, right? It's like in a situation of crisis, you like kind of see who's on your side and who isn't.
Yeah.
Definitely that guy wasn't.
Dang.
But it was fine. Like I think it was like a blessing in disguise to, and also like at one point I kept asking to myself, I was like, but we're not Japanese. Like, Joe makes killer sushi, don't get me wrong. But I'm like, but we're not Japanese. Like the identity doesn't really match our ethos, right? So I was like, when I was working on the branding for 8282, I was like telling Joe, I was like, we have to do Korean food.
Was he against that at first, or was he like,
in the beginning, he was like,
really?
A little bit, he had a lot of questions. He didn't see the success of modern Korean dining, like how Seoul is having like an evolution or revolution rather, but that's been happening for like the last 6 to 8 years.
Yeah.
Well, I guess more than that because that's COVID. So maybe like 10 years, right? So, and I travel, my family's still in Korea. So like I've seen what Korean chefs have been doing to really modernize, if that's the appropriate term for it, like for authentic Korean food. So I wanted to bring that to New York. And there's obviously my predecessors, like my 선배s, right? Who's already done that, but they went into fine dining.
Right.
All of them are fine dining round, right?
Exactly.
The Attaboy, the Automix, Cheongshik.
Yeah.
And and they've been doing this a lot longer than, we've opened, but there wasn't, an approachable price point.
I agree.
That, wasn't agreeable to New York palate.
Yeah.
And for us, even myself, I eat maybe 5 different cuisines in a week.
Oh, okay.
I don't only eat Korean food. I eat Japanese food. I eat Vietnamese food. I eat Chinese food. Mostly Asian.
You're only naming Asian spots.
I know, mostly Asian. But okay, sometimes Italian, sometimes French. I like all of the food offerings that's given to us because it's New York at such a high caliber.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's not a shitty option, right? So allowing us to work on this in the Lower East Side and the feedback from the Lower East Side is it matched our ethos.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's like,
So what was that like opening? So now like you're going all in again on you know, never operated a Korean restaurant before. You went all in, you said we have to do Korean. It matches our ethos. Joe's kind of against it. You know, he's like, all right, fine, let's do it. Then you open. And you're unsure, like you don't know how it's gonna go.
mm,
What was the first few weeks like, few months like?
I mean, I worked on the floor like every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day, I like made sure my servers made enough money to like stay, right?
Yeah.
Like, and Joe was working every single day.
Yeah.
Like, we were seeing each other. I mean, at that point, we weren't married yet, but like we were like living together. My parents shouldn't know that, but like, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, so like, it was just like Joe and I would go to Restaurant Depot and then like do all the groceries ourselves, like because we have to see the prices.
Yeah.
We didn't have like a full roster of vendors yet.
Yeah,
and we had to cut costs at all
Yeah.
times. So we did restaurant week runs all the time, every day before we came.
Oh my God.
And then we don't have storage here
Yeah.
because it's only one level.
Oh, no basement.
So just,
Oh my
and that's
gosh.
part of the reason why like our food is like the ingredients remain so fresh because like we don't have the physical space
Yeah.
to store shit.
Yeah.
So we're just like constantly
Yeah.
buying new
Yeah.
ones. But I mean, that's why also like the customers enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
So, and Joe loves shopping
Oh,
for
he does?
groceries. I don't know why.
That's his thing? Spending
just-
money?
No, like just like going, seeing,
Yeah.
and like comparing prices.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, like food, unfortunately, is like the first tell of
Yeah.
anything, any economic, you know, pressure or like moving the needle is first kind of spent on food,
Yeah.
right? So when we see like an uptick on a certain item or ingredients, or people are only reading about it on the news and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, like I'm so mad about it, and I'm just like, I see it on my receipts
Yeah.
at first hand. Like a week, two later, it's like, well, they're gonna increase my delivery charges now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so
Yeah.
we're kind of like the first responders, you know, in a way. So
Yeah.
he likes to be on top of that for whatever reason. But that's also how we keep our food costs like so well, because he just does that.
And how long did it take for you and Joe to say, you know what? Like we're at a stable place now. Like we don't have to be scared every day anymore. Like we're actually doing okay.
So we were profitable quite early just because like how lean we were. Like, cause if you think about it, like chef and like front of house, and I manage like ops, marketing, like, you know, paying for everything. If it's outsourced, it's money, right?
Yeah.
So like I was taking on a lot of these roles to make sure that we were able to, you know, like have our names out there. So we operated super lean. So by like, in the first year, we were profitable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I think year 5 right now is when like, I'm like I don't need to worry about it that much anymore.
Yeah.
Like having a baby. They're always like,
Yeah.
at year 5, like you're free. 'Cause they go to school, like you have time, you have a routine, like they talk,
Yeah.
you know, like they're humans now, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like restaurants the same. It's like, all right, like I have a team now that I can rely on, and then I'm okay to leave to work on another project or
Wow,
another
that's
thing.
really impressive. First year, like profitable. That's actually very rare, right? I think when we speak to a
Yeah.
lot of other small business, like restaurant owners or bar owners, they say like year 1, you lose money. Year 2, you break even. Year 3 is like, you either make it or you don't. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of the, you know, the scenario. That's really impressive. So the next thing I was really curious was you and Joe married, running a business together. Do you recommend it?
No, never. If you're running a business together, you have to be aligned on like what your goals are.
Yeah.
And you rely on them, like you trust them.
Yeah.
You know, part of the big thing about employing others is like trust.
Yeah,
It's like,
of
can I
course.
trust this person with my numbers? Like, can I trust this person like with my resources, like
Yeah.
my network? You know, it's like all the things that a business owner has to think about, minus just the money, right? It's
Right,
like
right,
the
right.
relationships.
Yeah.
So that part, and in essence, also like, you know, there's a lot of drama all the time with like front and back
Yeah.
in restaurants. Like we don't have that. there's no battle
Yeah.
of like who wins the owner's hearts as like
Yeah.
a chef or like a manager, right? Because
Yeah.
we're both owners, so you have to win both of our hearts.
Yeah.
Is like, so in that way, yes, but I would say if you could avoid it, don't do it.
Seriously. You genuinely mean that?
Yes.
So it's brought you more like stress, you think, than maybe more cons than pros, or it's just stressful that you don't, if you could avoid it, just avoid it.
I think if I look back on this when I'm like 60,
Yeah.
like, oh, like, yeah, like my 20s and my 30s and my 40s, like we had a good run. Like I'll like romanticize it.
Yeah.
But since I'm like deep in it,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
why
yeah,
did
yeah.
why did I do this? You
Yeah.
know, like, I mean, but it's a lot of boundaries. I think for myself, I'm like a bit more used to this because like,
Yeah.
you know, the way that like my family is and like how I was brought up, you know, like mediating between like my older brother and like my dad and like, you know, like the family business component has always been something that I was like exposed to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I've worked with my dad and I worked with my brother at some point to like help them and support them, which was why like I had that mask business during
Yeah.
COVID
I
and
remember
like
that. Yeah.
so like imagine me trying to do delivery and like, you know, like not fail a restaurant during COVID while launching a mask business where like I was going to the post office every day.
Yeah.
This is like extreme COVID situation. Like when they told you don't go
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
and like, and I'm like doing all the deliveries, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then like managed to help them grow that business at the same time. So I thought
That's
I was
wild, yeah.
gonna, I definitely bit a little bit too much than, you know,
Yeah.
I could chew, but like now I see it, I'm like, but if I didn't do that, right, like it wouldn't have led to so many other opportunities that
Yeah.
like helped on both sides, right? So
Yeah.
I don't regret it, but like I get pissed when like, you know, men have less gratitude about it.
Wait, men as in your dad, your brother,
And my husband.
and your husband. Okay. I see. Well, what's the biggest lesson you learned with this sushi restaurant and then closing that, and the biggest lesson you learned opening 8282?
The prior restaurant, when we closed it, I was like, restaurants are fucking hard. Like when I first got involved, and this was only because it was COVID.
Yeah.
It was never in our intention for Joe and I to work together. Like ever.
Yeah.
It just happened because he needed
Yeah.
support.
Yeah.
I'm an avid eater. Like I love restaurants. Like I've been in New York since like '08. I know a lot of like restaurants and, you know, whatever. So I thought that the math of it was so easy. It's like you count the tables, you count the turns,
Yeah.
multiply it by average, give or take how many people, subtract it. Like I could go to a restaurant and be like, oh, they must be making like this much,
Yeah.
So I didn't think that it was so complicated when I first started. And then when I closed the restaurant, I was like, oh my God, this business is like so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Because there are just so many touch points to everything,
Yeah.
right? And like so much care and like inspection and like it's food that goes in people's bodies, so you don't want to mess with it, right?
Yeah.
And then when I opened here, the biggest lesson that I learned, I don't know, I have to think about that, was like not opening restaurants. I'm just kidding. I think the lesson that I'm learning currently about 8282 is that restaurants are not only a place where we just serve food, but really the brand that builds community, especially in a place like New York, for us in the Lower East Side.
That's okay. That's part of the vibe. No problem.
For the Lower East Side
Yeah.
vibe. So now I'm kind of shifting my perspective on just thinking about these walls and this one retail location, but how do I engage the community to be believing and trusting in something where they come back and enjoy it, not the first time, but second, third, and fourth, you know, on.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I find it most charming and rewarding, because like all my regulars, that's been, you know, like my friends, the past 5 years that I've opened 8282, or I have regulars from my other restaurant that like came and still come to this day. So like now we've known each other like 6 to 8 years, right? Like it went by so quick. Some of them like were single and then like they had a girlfriend and now they're married. And now they have a baby, you know? So it's like, it's really nice to see that. And be a standalone place where I remain constant. Like I'm a constant factor in someone's life. I think is quite rewarding.
When did you realize that, like being part of the community?
I think during COVID, when, you know, like when a lot of the violence against Asian Americans and there was like a lot of organizations and, you know, like I got pretty riled up, obviously because I'm Asian. And I also like got attacked a few times on the street.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because just people were just not, you know, just.
Where was Joe?
I was alone.
You were alone?
Just like walking on like like Herald Square and like, you know, just people.
In Herald Square?
Yeah.
In K-Town?
Well, it was like, yeah, I mean, close by it, like where the, you know, the stations were. And I was like, I mean, because people are not like, they weren't like just like average, you know, like healthy people. Like they were clearly like not healthy, but it was scary, right? Like if like this one guy, Herald Square, he was like a huge dude, like 6'4". But he was like holding like a plastic bag and then like he just went like boom. Like kind of like 2 feet apart, but like he turned around, he was walking. So we were walking the same direction. He turns around and like air punches me. And I was like, what the? And then just like walks away. But I'm like, if that's really scary.
That's scary, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay.
Crazy guy.
I also like can't win this fight. You know, like this is not a fight that I can win. So I'm just like, all right, I'm not even gonna try. Yeah. So all those sentiments kind of built up and I wanted to do something that was good for our community. So I worked with a lot of these organizations like KCF and like, you know, TAF, and all of these and bringing people together. And that was when not just Korean, but like Asian American category as a whole. And there's a lot of operators, like restaurant operators in all of those categories. So it was quite nice to also learn about them too, because I didn't like my knowledge on Vietnamese food, for example, was like pretty much just really basic. Like spring rolls and pho. Like it was just not, you know, it was just not something that I was educated on. And then now, you know, like I'm like ordering banseo and bambeo and I'm just like, but because they're so good, you know, and then now there's like a surgence on Vietnamese food that I can like go and try, you know, and not just like eat the pho. So so part of it, I think food always brings people together. So as restaurant owners, you know, just trying to, I think the first few years is like just trying to get by. And then like after you get by, it's like, okay, let's be a little bit more profitable and then let's do more volume. Let's open more days. And then once you kind of surpass just that space, which most do, right, is when you start kind of looking at different options, you know, so, and that's when you're ready for expansion, I think.
So expansion, you just brought up. Where are you now with that process? You've been here for 5 years. Do you have another concept in mind or do you want to expand this brand? Like where's your head at?
So I haven't found the best real estate. So I always tell people real estate. Like your idea could be the best idea in the world, but if it's not fitting to that neighborhood, to that real estate, you will fail. Right. And also everything's, it's like the cost. It's our biggest cost, one of our biggest costs. So, I haven't found something where it was like here where I was like, oh my God, like this is it, but I'm still looking. But we launched on Cook Unity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I want to explore kind of what that looks like, a possible nationwide expansion, using a facility that is not something that I own, right? So, and what that volume business looks like is kind of like my next chapter right now.
I considered doing that too. I remember going to a facility like 2 years ago And I was like, nah, I don't, I can't do this. It's too much.
I
But-
mean, you can revisit it.
Yeah.
They've
It's a
also
good thought.
updated.
Yeah. Yeah. I know some people do really well doing that.
Yeah.
And I think Esther Choi kills
Yeah.
it. Yeah. A couple of chefs that I heard of that are just crushing it. So I want to talk about your Michelin Bib Gourmand. When did you get that?
2023, 4, and 5.
Was that a surprise to you when you got it? Did you expect, was that your goal or how did that even?
It was definitely our goal, but at year 3. But we were able to get it at year 2. So I don't know.
Wait a minute. So year 2, it wasn't your goal, but you got it. And then year 3, your goal was to retain it? Or...
So our initial goal was at year 3, we would get our first one.
Oh, okay,
That we
okay.
would aim for the Bib Gourmand.
Oh, okay.
But I honestly did not know that this was Joe's plan until like year 1.5. I was like,
Mm.
what? Like I was
Yeah.
like, I wasn't even like aware. He had it like in his mind. Michelin is just really like, I have no idea.
They're
still.
kind of just secretive and just run under the radar. You just don't know, right?
There's signs, right?
Yeah.
There's like signs of like the circles of influence of people that might come to your restaurant, talk about your restaurant. Like it's very like soft skills,
Mhm.
I guess, to build that roster. But I honestly, people ask me, I'm like, I have no idea. Like I don't really know.
Yeah.
I do know like the timeline, right? Like October I think around October, like fall
Yeah.
is when they kind of redo, like a secret person would come
okay.
and like try your food, but they would come multiple times, like not once, but like
Yeah.
at least 3 times, see the service,
Yeah.
see your food, part of it, like the beverage program, I guess, but not like at a higher caliber as like a 1-star or, but we just got really lucky. I don't know. I think after year 3, I have to be like, okay, like there's a possibility of not being able to retain it. I'm
Really?
not sure how that works either.
Mhm.
Because a lot of times people have it and then they lose it, or they want to give it to like a new restaurant
Oh,
in the
okay.
neighborhood. I think it's usually by neighborhood,
Oh.
like broken up in neighborhoods.
Oh, I
Because
didn't know
it
that.
doesn't make sense that like, let's say like a Midtown location has like all of the
Oh,
stars
interesting.
or like whatever.
Yeah.
I think the stars are a bit different, but like Bib Gourmand and Guide, they want to do by like sections of,
Yeah.
yeah.
And when you got the Michelin Bib Gourmand, did you see an uptick in your business or did it not really make an impact?
It's not like it happens and you get like 100 reservations. Like
Yeah.
it's not like that, but there's a constant reminder to whoever wants to be searching for a Michelin guide or a recommended restaurant that they're the ones coming to my restaurant. So if you're traveling and you're a foodie, so we do have some tourism here because there's hotels here. Not as much as like, the other like Nomad or not as much as like Midtown areas, but definitely like we do have people
Yeah.
coming in. And like a lot of them are like, oh, we found you on the guide.
Oh, wow.
I have like Singaporean
Whoa.
couple that every time
That's really
they
cool.
have a business trip, they stay downtown and then they come eat at my restaurant. So I have a couple people who
That's
do
pretty
that
cool,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, like people, like a couple from Miami, San Francisco, like, and it's nice to be like, oh, I haven't seen you in like 4 months, but
Yeah.
like, it's nice that you're coming back, to say hi and eat our food, so it definitely does. It's like, it provides that bridge, for like a very targeted customer base, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, because I hear like some restaurants, their goal is like Michelin star, right? They'll like lose so much money trying to get the Michelin star. They're like
Yeah.
red line, right? Like they're about to fail. They're about to close. And then they get the Michelin star and then they finally get the guess that they like the amount of covers they need to do and they start to make money. So I was curious if that Michelin bib kind of like had the same kind of impact. Maybe not, but hearing it from you, maybe not as much of an impact, but still an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It allows us to be consistent.
Yeah.
So there's not that many dips.
Oh, that's crucial.
Yeah.
A lot of restaurants, because of the volatility of the seasons, they have
Exactly.
a busy holiday season, but other than that, they're slow. you're done. Like you
Yeah.
can't, rent is the same every month. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like rent goes up and down. So Lower East Side, you're one of the few Korean restaurants here. I don't think there's many at all in this area.
Well, now there is.
Well, what's around here now? Oh, Pizza.
Pizza is over here. Teron was, but they closed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's like
A few, right?
a wine bar that's
Yeah.
open, and
Yeah.
Ziggle maybe, the tofu place.
Are
Maybe
they,
it's
are
more
they
like
here?
Two Bridges area.
Yeah. So do you think Korean food is saturated? And do you think that there's a market for more Korean, like fun Korean restaurants?
Do you want my honest
Of
opinion?
course, yeah. To give the honest opinion. Unfiltered.
I think Koreans are really good at cannibalizing the market. This is a phenomenon that I've seen like all across industries where it paves us to be price competitive.
Okay.
Like if we talk about the beauty industry, right? Like
Yeah.
K-beauty has had and is also having like a large moment because the quality of the products are so good.
Yeah.
But they're priced very, very affordably,
Right.
which is great for us as a consumer. But you could imagine as a business, right? Like how difficult that must be to keep that price competitiveness, like intact for them to be successful for the next 5-10 years, right? So I think because Koreans overall, we live in a very like scarcity mindset. Just because like our country is so small, but then like the work ethic in all of us like is so high. And you could be doing whatever you're doing, but like we're gonna be really good at what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're quite competitive by nature too,
Yeah.
right? So in New York, when we talk about the food scene, it's like, why do we need like in one block radius, like 6 Korean restaurants, expect that all of us will do so well? So like I had this conversation with Joe, and Joe has a different perspective on this. I think this is because like he just knows New York a lot more than I do. And like, I got really worked up because I was like, stop coming here. Like no one wants like another, so I was like talking to him about it, and he's like, well, if you think about it, it's actually better for our community to be having more Korean restaurants. And New York in itself has like so much demand that it wouldn't necessarily cannibalize completely. And I was like, okay, like if you look at K-Town, right, they're all like, very in close proximity to each other, but like they managed to make it work. Not wholeheartedly, but like maybe like 60% agree with what he's saying. But I do think new concepts to New York has always potential to work if you have the right concept in the right location at the right price point, is kind of my assessment.
Yeah.
I think it's when people's egos kind of like soar too high. Like I've seen Korean brands try to enter New York. I'm not gonna say who, but like they were like opening a bunch of places, and I was like, in Soho, like with that price point, how many do you have to sell? Like, it's not. And then I mean, obviously, and they closed within like a year,
Yeah.
So I think like people conflate the demands just because they just don't know New York that well.
Yeah.
New Yorkers are like, we're very specific on like what we do and what we like. It's like, it's very specific and like divided by age groups and,
Yeah.
like, so it's important to know the market well before you invest to come in the market. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's expensive.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think there's a Korean concept or trend right now that's like straight up tacky to you?
Tacky?
Yeah. Like 촌스러워. Why are we doing this?
I don't really think so. Honestly, like I was shocked at like the new Korean restaurants in K-Town. I was like, this looks like nice restaurants in Seoul.
Give us some examples of those.
Like I went to Ho the other day.
Oh, that's the barbecue spot.
Yeah, and like they have these like individual rooms and they have like a big and the design and everything like looks exactly like, not exactly, but something that I would find in like a really nice restaurant in Seoul. But like if you compare it, like Seoul is a lot cheaper to open. Like architect, interior, like all of the like permits we have to get, like just the price of new opening in New York
Yeah.
is just like 10 times higher.
Mm.
So if you imagine the same quality but bringing it to New York, I was like, oh my God, they must have spent so much money.
They're from Korea, that brand?
Who? I don't know if it's like a Korean brand, but it's a group. It's like third floor or soju house owner.
Oh,
He's like one of those I don't know what generation, but not like the older 60, 70 year generation, but he's like the 40, 50 year, like the generation after that.
yeah.
Who open like the clubs and like, like
That's what I realized. From what I hear in K-Town, like they open up a few businesses in K-Town.
yeah.
Like they just like try
They
to like
control
they control K-Town
K-Town.
area. There's a few like business owners like that.
Yeah, that's why they're called like K-Town Mafia.
Oh, really?
I mean, but it's extremely hard to enter K-Town.
Yeah. The
It's
rent
like
is crazy over there too.
so expensive. Everything's like all like stacked on top of each other. But
Yeah.
I mean, but they do a lot of volume.
Yeah.
And it's a very highly trafficked,
Yeah.
place. So you go in there with the expectation of like hitting this revenue.
Yeah.
I think by, in their generation, it was easier because like comparatively to like a very like mom and pop hole in the wall kind of Korean place, like make it a little nicer and then like, like attract the younger people to dine and redine. And, that's what hand hospitality also was really successful at.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're just crushing it.
We've all been to, like their restaurants like since college. Like I spent a lot of money in their restaurant, because they were so good. Like it was something that was non-existent in New York, and that's what I wanted. Like as a young Korean college student, like I wanted to like go to those places.
Yeah.
So you gravitate there. So every, I think, decade has there needs to be a change in the scene to make it better. And I think Koreans before COVID, it was like K-Town, Flushing, and then fine dining.
Yeah.
And then we checked off all of the boxes in fine dining. Also like our work ethic, none of them closed during, right? So we were able to get like all of the stars, like all of and they worked their asses off. Like I had a friend who was in charge of Chungshik at the time. And she's going to open her own place pretty soon in LA, an ice cream store in LA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Suyang.
Yeah, Suyang, yeah.
Yeah, for Lefty, yeah. So she's
so talented.
Fucking awesome. And like, I remember she was just in charge of the back of house, and later she was like in charge of the whole program during COVID. And I was like, but this is how we are, right? Like, we're like, we don't know how to like put a pause on something. Like we see an opportunity and then we go for it. Is I think why Korean food is so successful in New York right now and potentially nationwide, but I mean, also like we can't forget, like it just tastes so good.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to explain naengmyeon to friends in college because I was like 이것도 몰라. Like you guys are so 진짜 like because they weren't Korean.
Yeah.
I took them, we ordered kalbi, like marinated beef, and I was like, this is how you eat it. You eat it together. They're like, oh, but it's cold, and like it's icy, and I'm like, and then like a few years later, like Eric writes an article on the Times, and then they're like texting me, they're like, oh, like, do you want to get this naengmyeon? Like, but I'm like, shut the fuck up. like, shut up. Like, you're so stupid. Like, I mean, but now it's like something that everyone knows about.
Yeah.
It's about like, I'm happy that they know about it.
Yeah.
But like, it still tastes the same. Like, it's not like the taste changed like in the last, whatever years. But it's like the digestion of how healthy Korean food is, how yummy Korean food is. Like, as much as people, I think like some people get envious of like the success of Korean restaurants. And I'm just kind of like, but why? Like, we're not envious of like Japanese restaurants.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't see why we can't strive, to be that category. Like, I just, so I was just like.
Yeah. Comparison is the thief of joy, So. Yeah, everyone tends to compare. I do see that.
Yeah.
So what's the next trend then for Koreans? You mentioned like 60 to 50-year-olds, and then there's like the newer like 40 to 50s. Now it's us. So what's after us?
I don't know if I can share this information. It's like business secret.
What?
Just kidding. I think the trend that I'm hedging myself in, because like we're different than like a Michelin, you know, 2-3 star restaurant. That's not us. So in our category, I think the generosity of food, whatever we're doing, like the portioning and like whatever we're doing, like the hospitality component of it, right? Like we could mix in a Korean flair of hospitality, whatever that's defined as, but we do have to cater to the New Yorkers and the residents who come and come again, right? We have to like find a reason for them to come back. And I think that's like that relationship and the generosity, right? Like, does that make sense?
No.
No,
So like a buffet?
no. I mean, like, not giving small amounts of food and like charging like a shit ton. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Because right now, a lot of restaurants are just giving like little tapas style dishes and stuff like that. Maybe the next phase will be like, be generous with the portions.
I think so. I mean, just because like the recession that we're heading into, that we're actually in, you know, like that we've been saying for the last 6-8 years.
Yeah.
So, and just like the mindset of people, like even for me, like if I go to a restaurant and then they have like, I don't know, like an herb plate and it's like 3 pieces of herbs. And if they charge me like $11, I would really question the integrity of the restaurant. I'd be like, but why? Like, I mean, I could pay a cocktail for $16 and I'm not mad about it if it's good, right? But if it's not good, like, right? It's like, why did I just pay $16? You know, and like, and we know the cost and we know the labor and like all of these things, like it makes sense to us.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me want to come back. Because there's like so many other options in New York. So like, you know, it's not just the dollar signs. I think it's just like, you know, like New Yorkers have already dined, you know, they think they're all like food critics and like they're all like, you know, like avid reviewers or whatever. Like, and part of that kind of mindset is like when they frequent restaurants and kind of expect all of these experiences and such, right? Like, the ones that they are going to come back to over and over again are the ones that made them feel at home, whether it's the style of cooking, whether it's portions, whether it's the hospitality, whether, you know, whatever the reasoning is, right? That's the reason why they come back to you.
Yeah.
And not like 50 other options that's available, you know? So, I think that's the most important. I don't even think that's a trend. I think that's just more of like an assessment of how this business should be.
Yeah, no, I agree. Provide great value, just in everything.
Yeah, for the longevity of your business.
Yeah.
Like if you just think of it as a business operator, it's like you will last and survive and be profitable if you keep to these standards.
Yeah.
Which I think most of the time people just expect if I price it higher, then the return will be there. It's not necessarily true, in my opinion. Yeah. But I mean, the trend right now, not tacky, but what I'm really happy to see, like there's just so many kimbap places opening.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I love kimbap. Like in college, I made a deck to do like a business about kimbap. In grad school, I made a deck about doing a business about kimbap. And like why don't people do kimbap?
Yeah.
And like, of course I know why they don't do it because the costing doesn't make sense.
A lot of labor, you can't charge too much.
Yeah, but it's delicious. So like, I'm so happy like these places are opening up because now I have options.
Oh, a random thought popped up. My first job in the city was in East Village in 2007 at a ramen shop called Ramen Setagaya.
Mm-hmm.
Behind, it was 2 restaurants, right? It was like a railroad style. One owner, right? There's a Korean owner. He had a Japanese ramen shop from Setagaya, from Tokyo. And in the back, he had a Italian, like Japanese Italian pasta spot.
Yum.
Genius, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then the pasta spot didn't do super well. I think it was a little ahead of its time. Yeah. Then he turned it into a peeping bar. Also too early. I think too early. So it ended up failing. But I think now is the perfect time for kimbap, don't you think?
I mean, define perfect, because it's like
keto, gluten-free, I mean gluten-free. I mean now TBD Kimbap just opened up. He's doing like
keto.
keto, the kimbap, things like
It's
that.
really the keto one's really
Like
good.
smart, very genius.
No, like everybody has the idea. It's
Yeah.
just the costing that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like I've given that idea to a friend who like was a staple kimbap brand,
Yeah.
and his response was, "Who's gonna make that?"
Yeah.
I don't know what the right answer to the success of a kimbap brand in
Yeah.
New York will be, but as a consumer, I'm like super happy because now I can just like go
Yeah.
to multiple
Yeah.
locations.
I've yet to try the kimbap spot.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, it's on my list. You know, it's so hard to go out now with the
Oh.
baby. It's like baby goes to sleep at 7:30, but we have to feed her at 5:30, then feed her at 7. Like we can only go out. My wife and I, Rebecca and I, can only go out when my parents are watching baby. So date nights, even that's really rare. So this is my social time filming this, hanging out with a friend I haven't seen in a little bit, catch up over one bite, and then and then go. Seriously, some people are like, oh, like you must be like making money doing. I don't make any money doing this stuff.
For content? Yeah.
Zero.
Of course not.
It's just, I guess it's selfish of me. I just want to like hang out with friends, but have something to put up there.
But you need
Yeah.
like results.
You know what I mean? It's like kill two birds with one stone. There's a reason for me to go out. Let's just do it. You know, that kind of thing.
Hey, we gotta get resourceful.
Yeah. But Jee, thank you so much for your time. I haven't seen you in a while. Are you gonna be at Taft?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I got an email saying come to the VIP. I'm gonna be doing like 1 hour of cocktail hour.
Oh.
Something. But if you're there, I think I saw you last year, right? Or last year I didn't go. 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure I saw you. But
2 years ago, I think.
yeah, last year I didn't get invited, but this year they invited me back. So
That's good.
if I see you, I'll see you there.
I think Helen might be at Kolak.
Right now?
That's her new restaurant. She's usually
I gotta
there.
go see her too. I told her I want her to be on the show, but she's so busy right now. So she has a lot going. Taft organized 2 restaurants, a lot going
It's a
on.
lot.
Yeah, and Joe's not here today.
I don't know what he's doing.
You don't know what he's up to.
I think it's just because like we launched on Cook Unity, but like tomorrow I'm in the facility, and it's really intense. So we're
That's no
all just kind of like it's a 4 a.m. to a 2 p.m. shift.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be dying. 그래서 내가 오늘 하자 그런 거야.
Yeah.
오늘 아니면 I can't see you for like a few
Oh
months.
my gosh. But that's the hard work ethic, the work ethic you've mentioned.
Like masochism at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
It's like,
But good luck with that. What dish are you doing, by the way?
we have a 닭갈비
This one,
kimchi
right?
bob.
Nice, yeah.
We have a 닭갈비 kimchi bob, and like all the other 3 are not on our regular menu.
And when is it launching? When can people
They've
see
already
it?
done.
Oh, it's launched already.
I just didn't do marketing because I was so scared
Of the volume?
of like maxing out on volume.
Yeah.
Because they cap you in the beginning so you don't like kill yourself.
Okay.
근데 이미 max out 된 거야.
What?
그래서 I'm just
Oh,
like,
wow.
I don't wanna do more marketing.
Oh, that's an amazing problem to have.
그래서 그냥 지금 마케팅 좀 안 하고 있어. I shot like a reel for my social to be like announcing. 그리고 그 코드 줄 수 있거든. discount 코드. So like if my patrons like wanna, you know.
You want to give the
order it.
code to the viewers?
No.
No?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay, well, where can they find it? Where can they find the dish? How do they go? Cookunity.com?
Yeah. You have to log on to Cook Unity and search for
8282?
for Chef
Oh, okay.
Chef Fong Lei Zhou 8282
Where can people find 8282?
on 84th Street. Yeah.
Open 7 days?
Yeah, open 7 days for dinner. Oh, we're gonna do industry nights on Mondays.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when yet, but that'll be fun.
Kind of like happy hour style all night? Or
막 팝업도 하고 싶고.
Oh, okay.
My chef, Ahmed, you met him.
yeah.
He's from Jordan. And like and Joe loves like Middle Eastern and like Mediterranean flavors. So like we've been incorporating, like we have this like mahamra sauce right now that's so good. So I want him to like have fun
Yeah.
and like invite his friends to do, you know, like 우리 예전에 했던 거.
Yeah.
And now we're like, oh, like,
Yeah.
we don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, it generates no profits.
Yeah.
But it's a creatively, it's a nice outlet for them. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's amazing. It'll be fun for the chef to flex his wing, flex his muscles a little bit and have fun. Not doing the same stuff every day. That's fun. Yeah.
There you go. So I want to give that day for him.
Yeah. Guys, 8282, check him out. Open 7 days, Lower East Side. Especially this dish. This takalbi dish, fire. Come eat that, all right? Peace.